know these words. All these words, Yedid Nefesh. Shabbat as if it is that Yedid Nefesh, that friend of my soul, that is Shabbat. And so much in the way that we look to coming to shul and being in each other's company, or in some people's case, just a little too far, but we feel the closeness of each other, the friendship that can pervade our souls with Shabbat. So let's sing. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
You are the Yedid Nefesh. You are the little something I needed at the end of this week. My friends of my soul. You know, I've been thinking a lot about the fact that, like, shul is optional. Coming to synagogue is an option. And this week, we sweated a lot. We schwitzed. Like, really, like that kind of schwitz, like right there. Like, ugh.
I don't
It's like,
no.
She doesn't, she glistens. But I schwitz. I schwitz because, you know, can we come together? Can we take our masks off to lead from the pulpit? Should we, on, off, up, down, like what were we doing? And finally it was like, well, you know what? Shabbat is not optional. Shabbat is a chiyuv. You have to, we are obligated to have Shabbat. And if we keep ourselves safely distanced, if we keep ourselves with masks on, if we like really, I'm looking to Nate back there. Nate is very expressive. He may be the youngest guy here, but he has a very expressive face. He might get that from his mom sitting next to him. But it is a very important thing to communicate with your eyes these days. So I just want you to do that. If you are here, just, you know, look at each other with your eyes. Look at people across the room. I see some sisters here. I see some couples here. I see some families. I see some good friends. I see some people I haven't seen in a while. I'm so happy to see everybody here. Let's just kind of use tonight as a meditation on how we got here. How we got here, even if you're just joining us from home, there will be a time. There will be a time that we all come together in the same place and that we can, and we don't have to take numbers and RSVP to Shabbat. Are you kidding me? But that's what we got to do for now. And so we keep on moving forward, and we still light the light. We're still going to light the light because what choice do we have? It's Shabbos. That's what you do. So I'm going to invite one of my newer friends. I'm so happy that he's here at the congregation, Sandy Ginsberg, to light our Shabbat candles and to help us just bring it all in. And in the meantime, as he's lighting, just do a little like Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Friends old and new. And if you want to turn with us to page 2, that is where the blessing is. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom.
Amen.
Amen. Sandy,
Shabbat
thank
shalom.
you. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Sandy is very cool. He's much cooler than I am. And he does happen to rap if you ask him to, in a nice way, which we're going to. Not tonight. But we'll give you some time to prepare. And he's a kayaker, and he's an outdoorsman, and he loves to meditate. And just great to have you here, Sandy, along with all of your new friends, some old friends. And let's begin, everybody, if you will, by turning, and you got to sing it out tonight because you may be 20-ish in number, but you got to fill it up. There's a big room. Fill it up. I'm looking to you, everybody who has a great, I do see people who really know how to belt it out. So I'm just going to wait patiently. Page 12, everybody. Lechu neranena. Let's go and sing.
Lechu neranena l'Adonai, Naria litzur yishenu, nekana v'toda. That's it. Bizmirat Naria lo. Page 13. Shiru l'Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru l'Adonai, Kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai, Baruchu Shemo, Basru miyom leyom Yeshuato, Sapru v'goyim kevodo, Bechol ha'amim nifleotav, Ki gadol Adonai, Omulo me'od, Norahu al kol Elohim, ay, 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 ki kol Elohim ha'amim elilim, v'Adonai shamayim asa, hod ve'hadar lefanav, osre tiferet b'miflacho, yalai, lalai, lai, ai, lai, that's it. Yalai, lalai, lai, lai, lalai, lai, lai, ai, 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 lalai, lai, ai, 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 yai, ai, ai,
So if you can imagine, use your imagination for the next psalm. It comes on page 17, Psalm 99. And if you're only listening from home because you don't have a siddur, a prayer book in front of you, just listen to the amazing sort of quality of the poetry of this psalm as we read it together. Adonai enthroned on cherubim is sovereign. Peoples tremble, the earth quakes. Adonai is great in Zion and exalted above all peoples. They praise your name as great and awesome. God is holy, mighty ruler who loves justice. It was you who established equity, you who worked righteous judgment in Jacob. Exalt Adonai our God and bow down to God's footstool. God is holy. Exalt Adonai our God and bow toward God's holy hill. For Adonai, our God, is holy.
And we sing those last three passages in the Hebrew. Romamu, Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Try that with me. Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu.
So we talked all about God being on this in this kind of like filling up the space. Everything that we don't touch is touched by the Holy One. I mean, that's big. That's what we're getting at. We're getting at something bigger than ourselves. I used to explain that my yarmulke is where Sharon stops. And everything else I'm just, whew. You know, that's how we gotta be if we're gonna take in this gift that is Shabbat. It's incomparable. The revolution of taking time off, which not everybody got to take time off. Anybody get a vacation? I'd love, yes, okay, all right. I misspoke. But, you know, the truth is, we get a weekly break. So that's why we stand and we bow to this idea of this beauty wafting into the room. That's what we do when we talk about the Shabbat bride. Beauty wafting into the room. Whatever she looks like this Shabbat, she's gorgeous because it lets us rest. It gives us a little solace that we don't have to keep on going every second. So turn to page 20 and welcome her in. Lecha dodi likat kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi likat kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad yishmi'anu el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litzila lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'elcha ki mikor haberacha merash mikadem nesukhat sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Verse 5. Hitori, hitori, ki ba'or kumi ori, uri, uri, shir daveri, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat mekabela. And if you'll please rise, and facing the back of the shul, we bow to Shabbat. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha zola, toch emunei om segula. Boi chala. Turn around. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Now we can really say Shabbat Shalom and
Shabbat
be
Shalom.
seated. Shabbat Shalom. Please be seated. Turn to page 26, a little pause before we stand again and enter into the evening service. Page 26, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ועמד יברח חירותי והמליך מלכותי.
בחייכון וביומכון
ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולם מעלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו לילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן.
Page 28, please rise for Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Ya la 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 ya 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 ya. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Ya 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 ya.
As we're seated, now we have said effectively, bring it on this evening, and we're turning now to page 31. This is an hour of change. We read together. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we turn back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai Amariv Aravim.
And what is this if we're daring to go into the great unknown, as we seem to kind of be doing a lot these days? Torah is the certainty. If we wake up in the morning and we get on out bravely into our world, whatever that looks like, even if it's Zoom, page 33, the answer is Torah, the wisdom and the wonder that awaits. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form?
Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Page 34.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
On page 39, you know, these next couple of weeks, we're really at the moment that this Micha Mocha is about. We're in the Torah at the moment where, excuse me, the Sea of Reeds is about to split. And, you know, we really have to suspend not only our disbelief with that one, but we also kind of have to forget that we know the story and how it ends. You know, like, what if, for example, there was this colossal, massive problem in front of us, right? The Yam Suf just stretching out in front of us, this whole sea of reeds, and we had the Egyptian army coming and running after us. And we had to call out, help us, because we don't know exactly what's going to be. And in fact, that's not just the here and now, that's actually kind of every moment. And so that's why this beautiful thing called emunah exists, that human beings may have created, this thing called faith. And that's why we gather, because somebody give me a little hope, somebody give me a little glimmer of that light, and maybe open the sea every once in a while, just so I can keep on going. And that's what this asks for. So let's turn to page 40. Let's sing this together. When we get to Micha Mocha, we are saying, yes, there is only that possibility if we have faith.
מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקר ים לפני משה ומרים זה לי, ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו ביד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני.
We turn to page 42 for Hashkivein. Page 44. Now you got to kind of go into like you're having Shabbos lunch, and there's like so many bagels, and there's just like so much. There's a big nap coming, and that's when we sit down. Yeah, the big nap is what it's all about, people. Come on. Shabbos is so great, but only if you get a nap. And beforehand, though, we sing Vishamer. Vishameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam beini ubein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et haaretz ubayom ha-shevi'i Shabbat v'yinafash. As we turn to page 46, we're about to stand for our Amidah Prayer, and tonight happens to be Celebration Shabbat. And so, it is understood, you should not, as the Baal Shem Tov said, lo lehityaesh, you should never ever despair. Afilu b'Shabbat. Even on Shabbat, you know, when you have so much time, I find it challenging. When you have so much time to finally think, if you have another minute to think, what you start thinking of is like, oh, this is my problem, and that's my thing, and I got to do that, right? You're only allowed to rejoice on Shabbat. Only. Lehitaneg, oneg. You're supposed to have joy. So that's why we insert this Shabbat, Celebration Shabbat, into the mix every first Shabbat of the month. And so if you came here tonight, my dear friends, I know that some of you are grieving, even a long time loss. And I'm looking at some people here. Maybe it's a shorter time loss. Maybe it's immediate troubles. And yet the challenge is to find one little thing to rejoice about on Shabbat. So I'm going to give you the time of the Amidah to think a little harder. What is that thing? And maybe it just bubbles forth, and that's when we have our celebrations that we get to shout out in a few minutes. you'll find yourself just super compelled to jump up. That's the hope. Even one tiny thing can change our whole trajectory. So page 46, we rise for the Amidah, a little time to reflect and pray.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'Konei Hakol, ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה.
Page 50.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. כמוך בעל גבורות ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל.
Page 52.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
You may continue on pages 54 through 63 in Hebrew or English. You can also just reflect on whatever it is that comes bubbling up into your mind and heart, and then be seated whenever you're done.
La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
conclusion of our personal prayers, we also add a collective prayer for all those in our lives who need refuat hanefesh and refuat haguf, a full healing of body and soul. So we turn to page 253 as I will chant the beautiful traditional passage for healing. And when I pause, I'll share the names in our congregation of those whom we're praying for, and I'll also give you an opportunity to share those names aloud for who you are praying for a full healing of body and soul. מי שברך אבותינו ואמותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, שרה רבקה רחל ולאה, הוא יברך את החולים. לב השל בן בת עמי ויעקב, ארן דוד בן פיאליה, הרב טוביה לוי בן יוסף צבי הכהן ובתיה, יעקב יצחק בן דוד רחל ואליהו בן שרה, הרב ראובן שלמה בן מנדל ולאה, נעמי בת מרים והרב יוסף, גיטל בת יהודה וחיה, סיסל חנה בת יתר רבקה, לביאה בת רחל, גבריאלה בת נחמיה ודבורה, ירמיהו בן יוסף ורחל, אברהם אנג'לה לוי בן מרים, אליאנה שי בת בנימין ושירה לאה, סנדור בן שרה, מרים בת שמחה ושפרה, שרה משה בת כנשה ומשה, Tammy Burke, Jerry Bain, Corey Casperson, Becky Caudle, Pat Caudle, Barton Cohen, Pamela Cohen, Brie Craig, George Dickerson, Larry Footer, Karen Gillen, Warren Grove, Barney Greenbaum, Annette Harris, Bob Hutchinson, Ethan Kadish, Helga Kaplan, Ray Carlsberger, Dalma Killinger, Marilyn Lassen, Bill Lazaro, Cheryl Logan, Meryl Mendelman, Hassan Noah, Anthony Paneth, Clark Patton, David Schulman, Harriet Soboleski, Annette Turner, Tim Vaughn, Mary Lou Wagner, Herb Weil. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimalei Rachamim Aleihem L'Hachalimam U'Rapotam U'L'Hachatzikam Ve'yishlach Lehem Mehira Refu'a Shlema Min HaShamayim Refu'at HaNefesh Ve'Refu'at HaGuf Hashtabagala U'Vizman Kariv Ve'nomar Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all those who have been named. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us all say,
Amen. Well, we gave you plenty of time to think about it. You can't say we didn't. So I would love to ask anybody here in the kahal, in the room, that is, if you have a special something that happens in the month of January. Okay. So, great. Oh, look at the hands going up. Well done. Ellen Half. My baby Hannah turned 28 on Wednesday. Your baby Hannah. 28. My gosh. That's awesome. Wish her a happy birthday for us. Yeah. The Kleins have something happy. What was it? You did? Yay! I'm so very excited for you. Happy birthday. Do you want to reveal the number, or is that inconsequential? 61, right on. Yay. Mazal tov. Mazal tov. Were there other hands? Oh, Steve. You did get to come here again, Steve. Yay! That is good news. I want to look at this side of the room. Oscar, you always have something fun to celebrate. Not yet. Okay, okay. What's that? Oh, no, I never get tired of you. Are you kidding?
Never.
Oh, retirement party. I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Yay! That is a mazel tov.
I have something to share because it's
You do?
this Shabbat, 17 years of marriage.
Yay, Mazal Tov! Whoop, whoop, whoop.
So let's sing.
That is awesome. Wait.
Yes.
Do we have any others? I just know that.
Oh,
I
Sandy.
knew it. Sandy. Yay, parents' and older brother's birthday in the month of January.
Ah,
She
right.
does. 29
So
again.
do
I remember that
My
joke.
birthday too?
I feel like I've done that too. I'm turning.
Oh, yes.
29 again.
You have a birthday
I do have a birthday
too.
at the end of the month. Me and Justin Timberlake, and one of our
Is that
of
right?
our 90-year-old
Is that
congregants, also David Madison, is having his 90th birthday on my birthday. So that's fun. Anybody else? Nate? Anything? Leilani? No? Okay. Harmon sisters? Come on. Julie.
Julie's birthday?
Is it your birthday? Come on, sister. We're January sisters. Tell me what it is.
What day?
Tomorrow.
It's a good
Okay,
day.
does that explain the whole row being filled up? Right on. I love it. Okay. You guys are planning something, aren't you? Okay, good. Well done. Mazel tov to everyone. There's one more. Amy.
Shabbat tov?
There is a birthday in your family. You
Who's
want to tell
that?
us?
Wow.
Your mom's 85. Will you send her our love all the way in Syracuse? Right?
Getting
on.
older.
Okay. Any of the seats in the back? No? Okay. All right.
There's,
Good
yes,
stuff.
As I walk into my acupuncture office, there's a big, beautiful sign that says, "Getting older is a blessing and a privilege."
It is.
It is.
I like it.
Simmin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simmin tov,
Everybody
simmin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simmin tov, simmin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simmin tov, Yehlanu, 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 Olecho Yisrael, Yehlanu, Yehlanu, Olecho Yisrael, Yehlanu, Yehlanu, Olecho Yisrael, Yehlanu, Yehlanu, Olecho Yisrael. Mazal tov.
Mazal tov. You know, this past week, we celebrated, I think we celebrated something significant, which, was not celebrated as a celebration, but what happened on January 6th of last year was decried, of course, as a very serious moment in our democracy, and yet the celebration is we're still here. And elections happen, and democracy continues to happen, and we should just be feeling blessed for the fact that that we are living in a great country which has its stresses and strains, no doubt. Page 258, we still come to thank God for the leaders and advisors and people who guide us, and for the right to vote. Let's not forget. So, page 258, let's read the bottom of the page. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
And on the page across, a prayer for the state of Israel, we read together at the bottom. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shielded beneath the wings of your love, spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. And we sing together. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Tzor Yisrael veGoalo. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Tzor Yisrael veGoalo.
Coming to the end of our service, we rise as we come to page 282. Please stand. The first paragraph of Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובה מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 287.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Even when they're gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as in their higher moments they themselves wished to live. We remember them now, they live in our hearts, they are an abiding blessing. This week we are mourning with the brother of Marvin Zeldin, who passed away unexpectedly this week. We're mourning with Howard Zeldin, his brother and his family. We are also in the period of the Shloshim, the 30 days, after having lost Ruth Longert and Harry Coffey. If you are joining us during the first year of mourning, if you'll please stand and say the name of the person for whom you are saying Kaddish tonight. And you can do so as well at home. We are with you. Tonight, we are remembering these very special people, and when you hear the names of your loved one, please feel free to rise. Estelle Arndt, Charles Axelrod, Chester G. Bandman Jr., Joseph Bosch, Ruth Rahamu Bloomfield, David Boxer, Marcia Brzezinski, Sheila Kaplan, Jack Cohen, Jack Cooper, Anna C. Kowal, Lorraine Davis, Barbara Ellen, Phyllis Feldman, Jeanette Frank, Nathan B. Freidenberg, Irv Garlikoff, Dave Goodman, Richard Gordon, Anna Gralla, Alfred W. Harmon, Myron Kalish, Ronald Kaplansky, Ida Kaufman. We're remembering Julius H. Klein, Saul Colton, Martha Levenstein, Jenny Himmelfarb Levine, Sid Levine, Rose Levy, Rose Mizell, Rob Millenthal, James Miller, Timothy Nelson, Helen Reichel, Leon Rosen, Isabel Seligson, Sanford Shkolnick, Richard Siegel, Philip A. Sinai, Madge Snyder, Sophie Sokoloff, Lottie R. Stewart, Rose Teitelbaum, Mark Topolowski, Joseph Traeger, and Sarah Worley. Are there any additional names that you would like to include? So we all stand together with you as you remember them, and we turn to page 294 and recite the sacred words of Kaddish together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'olma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shmei rabba mevorach leolam ulolmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yithalal shmei dekudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'olma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
May the source of peace bring peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are grieving. Zichronam livracha. May their memories continue to inspire and bless you always. We say, amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. We're so happy that you came tonight. Thank you. And did I mention that it's really cold out? It's really cold.
It's very cold.
It is very cold. Cantor, do we have
Yes.
any announcements that you'd like to? I have two.
I mean, you know, we're here, we're open. We have a Tat Shabbat tomorrow on Zoom or on Facebook Live, actually. We, you know, as the rabbi said at the beginning, schwitzing of being open or not opening. So we're doing a little combination and keeping it, you know, in the hybrid fashion, the buzzword for the last 2 years. So you'll always have a place, whether in person or online. We are always here for you. And yeah, this will just, you know, we're going to just be opening our doors, please God, to a full house soon. But yeah, I think that's
very,
it.
very soon. And also, we want you to just always be thinking of what we should, what we should know about you, your families, your spirits, how you're doing.
Ruth has an announcement. Ruth,
Oh, sorry.
Ruth has an announcement. Oh, yes.
Yes, getting to that. Thank you. I will mention that. So when we think about, we want to know about how your spirits are doing. We also want to know how we can support you. And one of the things that we're doing out of complete love and devotion and honor to Cantor Moses and her boy, our wonderful Caleb, is we have put together, with the help of two great congregants, Becca Thomas and Lynn Schmidt, we're having a blood drive in honor of Caleb, that boy who is fighting every day. He's a rock star, and he loves dogs, and so many other things. But we're going to be having the blood drive. It's
Tuesday, January 18th.
Tuesday, January 18th, here from 1 to 7. Please register. We want to have 100% participation. There's enough spots that are still open. Please, if you are eligible and able to give, that would be amazing. Okay.
And then we can really say l'chaim.
Yes.
Because it saves lives.
Let's do
Mamash.
it.
So, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'vratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
L'chaim.
Chaim.
And if you want to see the cutest challah you ever saw in your life, and I did say, I feel like a giant around,
Less
but
is
these
more.
beautiful chalot were baked by the folks who come here, led by Paula Weinstein, a congregant, who bake challah every single month now that we have a kitchen. So it's very exciting.
Amazing.
And here's the fruit of their labor. And there are 2 big chalot in the back. So please partake as you leave. Thank you for being here, everyone.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Oh, say shalom b'ramav. Oh, say shalom.
You guys can get up and stretch. Do a little clapping. There you go, Izzy.
Say shalom. Ooh, yeah, say shalom. Ooh, yeah, say shalom. Alleluia. 1, 2, 3, 4. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. B'ramav. Oh, say shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you for joining us. Be safe, be well.
Amen, amen, amen.